Hi, I'm at Youve. It's the morning, and I just thought I'd just say a few words about a few things I've been dealing with in the last couple of days. That I think, with all the new super moon that's coming in on the 17th of this month of November, leading up to Christmas, I thought it'd be important just to share. Maybe it will resonate with you. Some of my experiences and obviously obstacles. It's more of a opportunity for change and growth. A lot of what I've been dealing with is acceptance and permission. So whether I titled that this video, I'm not sure yet, but I'll just run with that for now. I found for a lot of time of my life, and I think most of us have, we look for acceptance and permission to do the things that we want to do. This could be either from our family or our friends or our partners. The reality is where the final decision lays with you. If you choose to believe your close friends or your partner or your family, again, the buck lays with you. Most of my life, obviously, being raised in a West Indian family, it's part of our culture that the parents are always right. And obviously, they've been through a lot, coming over from the Caribbean into a new country in turbulent times. And my parents, I can't really speak for anybody else, my parents had a lot to deal with, and they put me on a good foot to deal with it. But with that, I don't believe my opportunities for change are their problem, or it's what they've given me. My mum, for example, my mum always said to always strive for what you want to achieve and never say no. If you got offered help, then take it. Don't be shy not to. My dad's always said, if you get knocked down, you keep on going. He used to say, "You're Vidal, we don't give up." And I think that's what probably drove my dad to come here, for the fact that he wanted a better life. So he saw an opportunity, and he was newly married, and he came here and started his business, started working there, started his own business. And I think that's where the whole idea of me being quite independent came from. And for me, family is such an important aspect of my psyche. So, where does the acceptance or the permission come in? Well, obviously, as we grow up, or as I grew up, I found that when I lost my mum quite young, I was in my teens, so I turned to my partner, kind of thing, to kind of, in some ways, replace her. It wasn't her job to, obviously, but then I still took on a father's role because I was a new father then. But permission, I always turned to people, partners or friends, and said, "Oh, well, I want to do this," and then what it is. People judge your opportunity for change based upon their own experiences in life. So if you wanted to go, as for example, start a business, some people wouldn't even dream of doing that. Wouldn't know how to start it, never even thought about it. But where you probably got fed up working for somebody and you could do it 10 times better, I always say just go for it. So when we look to our friends, for encouragement, and they don't give us that resonance, they don't resonate with us, what happens is we then get downhearted, and then we kind of go into our lull, and then those dreams die with us. But what should be happening is that even if someone says, "No, it's not a good idea," you got to look at realistically, is it a good idea? But if you've got a burning ambition to do it, and you're talented at it. I think it's, we've got a planes fly now. I think, I feel it's something important that you should do, and not wait for someone to say, okay, we're going to walk with you and do it. I heard that saying, I think it was Liz Brown. No, it was Lisa Nichols that said, you're the only one that can fit through your own door. You can't carry everyone at the same time through your door of change. So therefore, you have to go through the door and then come back for those that still believed in you. And you probably find when you've gone through that door that you probably won't necessarily need them now because you've changed. And I've had this many times that people say you've changed, and the reality is that it's not that I've changed. I've become more independent, I've become more enlightened, I've become more focused. But people don't like change, they like to keep you there because they want to remain there, if that makes sense. So accepting that you want to be different is a key thing. And for example, if people have their issues, I've dealt with a client who was had issues with obviously being homosexual, and they were afraid to come out and say anything because my first thing was to them was, what is your fear? And he said that I'll be judged. And I said, so, but do you get judged anyway? And he said, yeah, to a degree. I goes, so is it really that you're going to be judged, or is it for the fact is that you may not be sure, and you may have got it wrong, that you are attracted to guys? So he told me, and I said, no, I know I am, and he's been down that path, blah, 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 and so on. So I told him and said that, what would you do if someone was asking you for your advice on this situation? He just said, follow your heart. So I said, now, who is the person who is closest to you that you know, bar friends and family and so on, who, what is that inner voice? And he said, me. And I said, so okay, so what advice would you give yourself? Then follow your heart. And I said, well, there you go. And I go, the reality is that when you do go for a door, when you do go for a change, whether you do, you choose to be independent, or you choose to go abroad, or you choose to be something that you've dreamed to be all your life, you're going to come against obstacles. And what we do to keep us in our box is ask permission from people. And sometimes people will go, yeah, but I'll help you, what you need, and they will support you, financially support you, emotionally support you, physically support you. That's good, but remember, you're the one that's going to be spearheading this change. Nobody else. This is about you, your dream, your goal. My thing is, and I've said this all the time, especially to my children, dreams are a template of reality. Whatever you have now, according to the law of attraction, which is true, that you wanted this. So you wanted to remain where you are. You've accepted where you are right now. So therefore, where you are right now and where you're going to be in the next 2 years is based upon your acceptance of where you are, and you accepting if you're going to change. If you accept you're going to change, for example, if you're going to go abroad and you want to live abroad, for example, and you don't accept that you want to go, you're going to remain here, aren't you? You ain't going to do anything about it. So the first thing is that you need to deal with the in here first. That's your first step. The second step is look out the process, how long it's going to take, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, the pros and cons. That's a really important thing, pros and cons. But bigger than everything else, imagine you're really there. You're already there. This is an NLP thing, an NLP process. You dream you're there in, say, 5 years or 2 years, and then you focus on it and you live that moment for 2 minutes, a minute. It's just like, they'll say visualizing a car. I don't really like using materialistic stuff, but it's about emotions. It's about start growing your emotions. So imagine what you're there right now and how it's going to change and what you would do to change it. So I always say you're there, and you're looking back at your life, say 2 years ago, and said, okay, well, I needed to do X, Y, and Z, and this is what I've been through. So when you've done that, feel the feelings, what it would be like, what your day would be like. If you're going to own your own business, you probably would have your own laptop. You'd have your own company phone. You'd have, obviously, using your car to get around. If you're working from home, if you're going to be, all these sort of things you need to look at. What's your clients going to be like? What's your, do you need to wear a uniform? What's your logo? And then what you do, look at big picture, create a big picture first. Live it, and then what you do, put baby steps in between to get there. Create a website, get some business cards set up, find clients, that's another important thing, obviously, and then begin to change. And that, again, can be an aspect of even finding a partner. So I'm going to do this, talk about this next time when it comes to partners and so on, and how you can create your reality based upon love and emotion and feeling. But you may be single and not have it, but you can still pull it in and cause it to happen. And that's what I did. And I'll show that in my next video. So yeah, stay blessed, and thanks for listening. And also, please leave a message at the bottom, any questions, and I'll address it. Or share some stories. We, eternally grateful, we, my guides, love to hear stories about people and changes and so on and so forth, because it affects us. Remember, your story, no matter how small or how big, it's going to probably inspire somebody else. May not mean much to you, but it probably means a whole heap to somebody else. Okay, stay blessed.